I already made this video like 2 days ago on Valentine's Day when the Fantastic Four cast dropped. I had some settings problems and stuff like that, so unfortunately I couldn't get it out. Have to remake the video, but yes, the Fantastic Four cast has officially dropped. We got Pedro Pascal, Vanessa Kirby, Joseph Quinn, and then Evan Moss Bashrash. I think that's his name. I suck with names, as you guys know. If you follow me for a while, you know I suck with names. Let's talk about the highs of this casting. Vanessa Kirby, yes, we need this. And then we got Evan Moss. I'm just gonna call him Moss. I'm just gonna call him Moss. Moss, that everyone says, he should be the thing. They were fan casting him for a while for this role, so I'm gonna trust in the fan castings that people have put out. I might go, go out of my way and watch some of the projects he has been in. And we got Pedro Pascal. Pedro has got a lot of hate for this role in specific. Everyone wanted John Krasinski and some others in this role. And let me tell you why I think personally that he should be in this role. I'm currently watching Last of Us for the first time. I just made it past the first episode, and so far he's great in it. And I think that this version of Mr. Fantastic has to feel, look and have those traits like a father. And that's what he has in Last of Us. Because I think in this, they're going to aim towards Sue and Reed having Valeria and then Franklin as their kids. Obviously, if you've read the comics, you know that. And they have to have those traits of parents. And Pedro has that. I mean, he has that. If I'm honest, he has the look for it as well. And his acting is just, he has very good range when it comes to acting. Now, Joseph Quinn is where we get kind of weird. Personally, I don't think they would cast him if he couldn't pull it off, unless they just casted him for popularity and his age. I hope they don't do that. I think him and Tom Holland are like, 2-3 years apart, which is good because they're supposed to be really good friends. So maybe they're both will be like in college or something. But besides the point of that, personally, I would have rather saw Ross Lynch. Shout out my boy Austin Alley, and then we got Rudy Pankow. Dacre Montgomery, I think, might be a little too old for the role. I'm not sure, correct me if I'm wrong, but the only project I know that Joseph Quinn is in is Stranger Things. And he was pretty good in that, but I know that the character of Eddie and the character of Johnny Storm are completely different, so I hope he has the range for it. I hope he can pull it off. I think he will. We also got the boy, Herbie. Yes, that's right, bro. Look at him, bro. He's right here. I thought it was kind of weird how they announced it on Valentine's Day, but this poster, I think, is a very cool poster, and let's talk about it a little bit. Now, looking at this poster, you can tell it's in 1964, because if you look at the magazine, thing is reading, this happens after the assassination of JFK in November of 1963, and since it's Valentine's Day, I assume it's 1964 February. So I think that this is amazing that it's being, it's something new. Obviously, we've had Captain Marvel and the First Avenger in the past, a period piece, and this is also going to be set in the past as well, by the looks of it. I know their costumes as well is kind of old-fashioned. They even got the boots. They might have, you see Stu have the white around her neck, which is, very comic accurate. And if you look back here, you also see this is like a very old and basic image of an astronaut, take a picture of. Also, is that Thing's actor? I don't know. That might be, but they already, obviously already have their powers. And the question is, how are they going to end up in the present? Personally, I think they should be trapped in the negative zone and then end up in the present, kind of like how Ant-Man was in the quantum realm. But also, there's, we have to talk about villains as well, because the only villain we've had for Fantastic Four so far has been Doctor Doom, when there's also Mole Man, Molecule Man, Galactus, Annihilus. There's so many great villains we could use for this. Personally, Annihilus would make sense if they are dealing with the negative zone, unless, maybe Mole Man is, a villain of this, or someone else. They get trapped in the negative zone, and then that is where Annihilus kind of, Also, I haven't read Annihilus comics, I just know who he is, and maybe the second movie can contain him, or Doctor Doom. I know Doctor Doom is supposed to have some sort of cameo, I think is the rumor in this film. Also, I don't think that they should do Galactus until after the Kang saga. I think that would make a lot of sense. And we also, you know, where there's a Galactus, there's also a Silver Surfer. So I think that, well, I think there's a rumor that I think her name's Juno, and that is another herald for Galactus, and it's a female, and everyone's been, you know, going crazy, but it is its own character. It's not Norman Mad. It's not a, you know, gender swapped version of Silver Surfer. So let's chill a little bit. Yeah, she's rumored to be in this film. I think it's rumored that Anya Taylor-Joy is gonna be playing her. We can still have the best of both worlds because Galactus has had multiple heralds. So if Juno's in this film, and then maybe from the events of this film to the future, the heralds kind of switch off and Norman becomes, you know, the Silver Surfer in the future. But you still have both of, you know, the best of both worlds. But there is a actual rumored villain to be, I think, the main villain of this, or maybe a side villain, I'm not sure, but it is Ramata, and we've last seen him in the end credit scene for Quantumania with the Council of Kangs. I think that would make a lot of sense considering Kang is the villain of the saga, and we need more of him. You know, in the Infinity Saga, we've had Thanos teased a lot, talked about a lot, and then that's what made Infinity War and Endgame so, you know, it felt much more good. I guess I don't know how to put it, but it felt more achieved because we've spent like 10 years with Thanos being built up. With this, we need more Kang, and I think a variant of Kang, Ramata, I think would be really cool. They also switched up the logo for this, and a lot of people think it's a downgrade. A lot of people think it's an upgrade, and I'm with the people who say it's an upgrade because the first logo, although it's a good logo, it's very futuristic for this film, and that might have been, I'm not sure if there's rewrites or like a new script or something, but this film, or this logo, I mean, it does represent, you know, going back to the 60s, and I feel like this is a very cool and unique logo. Also, as I'm recording this just popped up. Personally, I'm not really good with actors, so if you guys know who this is, he is the top choice. Apparently, it's rumored, obviously, for the role of Galactus. I'm really not sure how and why Galactus would be the main villain of Fantastic Four. I don't think this is true because I think this is stupid. You know, at least it's not the massive cloud. I think we're okay. But no, comment down below and tell me what you guys think of this news because I like every single, you know, choice here. This one I'm a bit iffy on. But once again, I feel like with these castings that people aren't sure of, like Joseph Quinn or Pedro Pascal, I think it's going to be another Robert Pattinson situation where everyone's talking shit about him, you know, saying that you won't pull it off, and then it happens, and you're like, damn. So, yeah, don't forget to comment down below. Tell me what you guys think of this fan cast. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. I'll have more news whenever it comes out for the Fantastic Four. And, yeah, peace.